again students, welcome back. So yesterday we saw the 12th English poem, The Castle, written by Edwin Moyer. Today I am going to ask you some appreciation questions. I am going to discuss with you some appreciation questions. Be ready to answer. See, all through that summer at ease, who is the speaker of the poem? I pass for your answer. The speaker of the poem is soldier. One of the soldiers who stayed in the Lord. So the speaker of the poem is soldier. And daily from the turret wall. What does it mean by turret wall? Turret wall in the sense top of the castle. We call it as turret wall. What do you mean by turret wall? Top of the castle. The wall of the castle. Next. We watched the movers. Who? Here we refers to the soldiers. Who are called as movers? Movers in the sense one who works in the lawn, one who clears the lawn are called movers. So who watched the movers? Soldiers watched the movers. Then next, and the enemy half a mile away. This denotes the distance of the castle, distance from the castle to the road. Next, there seemed no threat to us at all. From this question, they. Who refers to they here? They refers to here enemy. Who is here they? Enemy. Seemed no threat. What does mean by no threat? No fear. For whom enemies were all no fear? For us. Who is here us? I told you no, the speaker of the poem is soldier. The soldier is saying, us refers to soldier. What the soldier say? The soldier is saying that they had no fear on seeing the enemies. Right. Now we will move to the second stanza. So this is a continuation of the first stanza's last line. You should take like this. For what we have to get fear? We thought. Why we had to fear? That is what told. Had we to fear. Why we had to fear? Who had no fear? The soldiers have no fear. With our arms. So now second question. Why the soldiers had no fear? Because the soldier were fully loaded with the arms. Their arms were fully loaded. And provender. Provender means food. They have food also load and load. So the soldiers had no worry on the enemy. Here they are proudly saying the strength of the castle with their arms. Why the soldier had no fear? Because the soldier filled with the arms, that is weapons. The captain was also brave and they themselves were also brave, and so the soldier had no fear on the enemy. Next. On towering battlements. What does it mean by towering battlements? Towering battlements in the sense that is we have tall towers in the opening of the castle. In the castle you can see tier on tier. The tower will be like tier on tier, one above the other. The tower of the castle is tier on tier, one above the other. I shall repeat. Towering battlements means it refers to the castle's tower. The tower is one above the other. So easily the soldiers can shoot the enemy. And friendly allies drawing near. Friendly allies in the sense friendly nations. Friendly nations are near. On every leafy summer road. This I think you all understand. So the possible question from this stanza is why the soldier had no fear? The answer is the soldier had filled with the arms and provender, and so they had no fear at all. And also they proudly tell the strength of the castle through these lines. Our towering battlements. Our battlements are ready. That is our tower is one above the other, and so we are ready to shoot the enemy if possible. So they had no fear at all. Now we will move to the next stanza. Our gates were strong, our walls were thick. Whose gates were strong? This is a possible question. Whose gates were wrong? The castle's gates were strong and walls were thick. So smooth and high, no man could win. No man could win. Next, a foothold there. What is meant by foothold there? Here it refers to nobody can climb the wall. No clever trick. Whose trick cannot be applied here? Enemy's trick cannot be applied here. Why the enemy's trick cannot be applied here? Because the walls were thick and high, the walls were strong. So, it is not possible for the enemy to apply the trick to climb the wall, to enter the castle. If at all, could take us dead or a quake. If at all they climb, definitely it leads to death, or else quick, we will catch them alive. Next, then who can only enter the castle? The next question is, who can only enter the castle? Only a bird can enter the castle. Right? We will move to the next stanza. What could they offer us? Who is here they? Once again, enemy. Us, soldiers. So, whatever the enemy give us, bait in the sense bribe, or in order to allure us, in order to attract us, they can give us money or whatever. So, who can offer to whom? The enemy can offer to the soldiers. Bait in the sense can attract the soldier by giving the money or wealth, some other thing. That is what. Our captain was brave and strong, and we were true. They can't allure us. They can't give bait and attract us because we were strong and we were true. So, the question, they may ask you a question, why they can't allure us? Na? Because our captain was brave and we were true, we were loyal, we were honest, and so nobody can give us bait. Next, there was a little private gate. So, they may ask you, where was a little private gate? Here there refers to in the castle. In the castle, there was a little private gate, a small private gate. Who is the god of the private gate? The god of the private gate is wizened water. How the gate is? Wicked gate. A very little, not known to anybody, and so it is called wicked. Very small gate which is not known to anyone. Who is a god of the wicked gate? The wizened water. Old man is the god of the gate, right? Old man is the god of the gate. They may ask you a question. Where is the private gate? How is the private gate? The private gate is very little. Who is the god of the gate? The wizened water. Next question is, who led them through? Who led the enemies inside? The wizened water led the enemies inside. So, the question they may ask you, the question is, who led the enemies inside? The wizened water. Here them refers to enemy. Okay, now we will move to the next two stanzas of the poem Castle. Then our maze of tunneled stone. What is this maze of tunneled stone indicates? What is meant by maze? Any idea what is meant by maze? Confusing path. So, immediately tunneled stone, immediately you bring to your mind stone, where the stone is arranged. So, here there is a possible of another one question. What poetical device you find here? Imagery. So, maze, confusing path, made up of tunneled stone. So, another one question is, what poetical device you find here? Imagery. When you immediately read the tunnel stone, immediately your mind brings a collection of stone, and so it is called imagery. And in the second line, grew thin and treacherous as air. What has become thin? The secret way has become thin, like a man. So, the way of the gate is related to the human being, and so what is personified here? So, here another one poetical device is possible, that is personification. Grew thin. What has become thin? The small gate of the castle has become very thin like a human being, and so it is called personification. Next, the cause was lost without a groan. Here they may raise you a question, whose cause? The soldier's cause. Who cried? Groan in the sense cry. Who cried? The soldiers cried. See, why now? Why the soldiers cried? Because they are fully loaded with arms, they are fully loaded with food, even then they came under the control of the enemy. So, their cause, their reason was lost because the entire team was caught by the enemies. So, the cause was lost without a cry. Next, the famous citadel. Whose citadel? What is meant by citadel? It refers to the castle. Was overthrown. Who was overthrown? The citadel was overthrown. What is meant by overthrown? Captured. Overthrown means captured. And all its secret galleries. Whose galleries? The castle gallery. What is meant by gallery? Where you can see the wealth of the castle that has become empty. Who made the secret galleries empty? The enemies. Next. How can this shameful tale be told? Who is the speaker? The soldier. What is a shameful tale? That is, the wizened warder led the enemies inside only for the gold. That is really a shameful story. So, what was a shameful story? The wizened warder. You remember the old warder who was in charge of the maze of, who was in charge of the gate that is made up of maze of a tunnel stone. That old warder, for the sake of the gold, he led the enemies inside. That story is called a shameful story that cannot be told. Whose words are these? Soldiers. I will maintain until my death. Who is going to maintain? The soldier once again. We could do nothing being sold because they were sold. For what they were sold? For just gold they were sold. Next star, only enemy was gold. So, here you can find the poetical device personification. Why it is called personification? Because enemy was gold. Like enemy was my neighbor, my next house, like that, next country, like that, enemy was gold. So, gold is personified as a human being and so it is called as personification. So, who was the only enemy? Gold. Only for the gold, the wizened warder allowed the enemies inside. So, and we had no arms to fight with it. So, we had no arms. Who had no arms? The soldiers had no arms to fight with it. So, that is all. These are all the possible appreciation questions from the poem Castle. I attach you some appreciation questions and the poetical devices. You try to answer. Thank you.